Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Thank you all for being here. In today's pick a card reading, we are asking, is it best to look for a new job or stay where you are? Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. Okay, and we're going to get some cards for you. We are asking, is it best to look for a new job or stay where you are? For pile number 1, please. And can we have a card for pile number 2, please? And a card for pile number 3, please. Okay, pile number 1, your stone is Chrysocolla. And your card is The Void, Stop, Embrace Winter, Great Cosmic Womb. And pile number 2, your stone is Blue Aventurine. And your card is Portal, Doors Are Opening, You Decide, Rewards, Wild Card. And for pile number, for pile number 3, you have the Moonstone. And your card is Lifting the Veil, Questioning Everything, Anything Unaligned Must Go. Okay, please take as long as you need choosing your pile. You can pause the video if you need to, and I will see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1, you have Chrysocolla, and you also have The Void, Stop, Embrace Winter, Great Cosmic Womb. And what I get from this card is that you've been feeling anxious or restless or kind of just unable to kind of sit still, kind of like where you're just not feeling comfortable where you are anymore, and you might not even know why. There definitely could be reasons why, but I think for some of you, you're not sure why. You're just feeling a little restless. And I think for others of you, you might be feeling like you want to change, but you don't know what that change is. You really have no idea kind of what you should be doing. And with this card, I think that you kind of have that idea that, maybe I should do something different, or maybe I should go to a different company. But you can't really feel it. You can't really see it. You can't really embrace that idea yet because it's so far away at this point. You see how small that is, that little dot there? It's so far away that you can't quite grasp exactly what it is. And that's because the energy is still forming. And I would say that you might have a greater idea of what this is in the next 3 months, because we have Embrace Winter here, and winter is 3 months. So you might be getting more of an idea of, should you, let's just say, should you go from this company to a different company and make kind of a lateral move? Or should you stay at your current company and go into a different position? Or should you maybe change careers altogether? So these are the questions that I think are going to become more apparent to you in the next 3 months or so. So actually it could be the next 3 months, or it could be, depending on when you listen to this and where you are in the world, it could be after winter. So it could be in the springtime when things will start to make sense for you. Okay, let's look at your oracle cards and get some more information for you. Okay, is it best to look for a new job or stay where pile 1 is at? And we have wisdom. Exactly. Oh, and look, here's a little planet here. Look at how interesting that is. So remember here, we're looking at this little planet and you just can't see it that well yet, but here your planet is like right there, and you're able to excuse me, you're able to see it, you're able to feel it, you're able to look at it as something tangible. So this idea, like I said, it's going to start to form over the next few months. So 3 months or going into springtime, wherever you're at on that timeline when you watch this video. Let's see what else the cards have for us today. Compassion. So wisdom and compassion. Thinking about things. Do you want to do something that where you can offer services to somebody? Are you feeling like your current job is just a job and you're not really doing anything worthwhile in your opinion? Do you feel like you want to do something where you're making a difference in the world? Do you want to be more with a team of people that's more aligned with your values and with your personality? Do you want to be with people who really understand, you know, your personality and have kind of that work environment where it's more like a family? So I see you really looking into this because remember we're talking about the planets here, and now you have 2 here. So it seems like you might have one idea that kind of sparks another idea. And then you see both of these cards have these dots here. It's like that one idea kind of starts getting your wheels spinning and then creates a second idea, a third idea. And I think that's when you're really going to kind of grow into whatever this is, where you want to go from where you are now. Okay, let's look at your other oracle cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 1? The turtle and coriander satisfaction. Well, the very first thing that came to me with this card is the turtle, and how this card says stop and embrace winter. So I think this is going to be a slower process for you. I think these ideas are going to slowly form. And I think that communicating with other people, maybe doing things with like-minded people, might create an opening for you. Or, you know, you might see or be talking to somebody and they say, oh, well, you know what, you'd be really great at our company. Something like that. So I think it's a slow process. Take your time. But what is the saying? Slow and steady wins the race, something like that. And so I think that taking your time, not rushing things is key here. And I think that's how you're going to find yourself in an environment that really suits you, in an environment that perhaps lets you be creative or lets your whatever way, if you're right or left brain, whatever way, and maybe you're a combination of both. But I think this environment is really going to allow you to shine and utilize your skills, because where you are right now, it feels like you might be in a void where you're feeling like you're not able to really show the world what you can do. You're not able to do something that you have passion for. And I feel that that's really what you're going to discover, that's what would really make the difference for you. So not necessarily going from one job to another where it's basically you're doing the same thing, it's just a different company, or maybe you're making a little bit more money at the second place, but I think you're looking for more fulfillment than that. And I think using your intuition and really connecting with other people who are like-minded like you, and you might even be starting something with a group of people. Some of you might be starting your own business, maybe to help the community on some level, or maybe even volunteering. Maybe volunteering is where you're going to meet the people that will help to kind of catapult you to that next phase where things start to make sense, things start to open up for you. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 1? The trout and lily of the valley, purification. I see you going into something that's kind of like a blank slate. With these two, like these remind me, the darkness here and the darkness here, it's not a bad thing. It reminds me of having a chalkboard and writing on the chalkboard, or having one of those dry erase boards, although those are typically white, but writing on that. So you have a blank slate. What is it that you want to create? And with the purification, it's like starting over, a breath of fresh air, kind of creating the life that you want, the life that's going to make you happy, the life that's going to bring you satisfaction, especially like emotional satisfaction. And I think the money will follow as well. But with these two being water, I mean, obviously turtle is land and water, but with the water element, I'm feeling that where you're going to be going is a much better, a much more suited place for you. You're going to feel more aligned with your soul purpose. Okay, let's look at your tarot cards. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 1? Should they look for a new job or stay where they're at? Okay. So we have the Emperor. I really feel that once you get the ball rolling with this idea, you are going to have so many ideas that come to your mind. When you look at this card and you see this back here, it just reminds me of like ideas forming. You being able to really pinpoint what it is that you want in your life, and knowing almost instinctively how to create that life that you want, and gaining wisdom along the way. So I don't know if this is going to require you to take some classes or go back to school, or just gaining wisdom from people who you're around. We'll see what the cards have to say. So you have the Six of Wands. I think you'll be very successful with this change, whatever this is coming up. I see you being celebrated, and I see, more importantly, I see you celebrating yourself. I see you celebrating your success and being so glad that you actually took the chance, that you actually moved forward on this journey, because I think you're really going to be rewarded. Definitely rewarded for your efforts, rewarded for all the time that you've put in. And I think that you're really going to build a strong foundation to move forward to bring you into this success. Have the Ace of Wands. This is going to be something that you have a lot of passion for, a lot of passion that drives you forward. And I think, again, I think that that's why you're feeling, I'm getting a feeling of something being stale, something being stagnant, kind of going through the motions, showing up to work or getting on your computer if you work from home. Whatever it is, it's just kind of, it's almost like boredom, where, yeah, it's okay. You know, it's a paycheck. And I see that just reversing. I see you changing how you feel about what you do. And I think that's why you have the sense of boredom, because your soul is calling for you to do something that you have passion about, something you can offer the world. Because I think what you're doing now is helpful on some level, but it's not what your purpose on this earth is. We have the Four of Wands. Look at all these colors you have so far. All these bright, vibrant, passionate colors. With the Four of Wands, kind of goes back to the Emperor. You're going to get a lot of ideas. Look at all these are little papers here. You're going to have so many ideas. And I think, again, you get one idea and it's just going to be almost like a domino effect, where that idea triggers another idea, synchronistic meetings start to happen where you might bump into people or somebody introduces you to somebody, and it just kind of goes from there. And I just see so much celebration. I see a lot of celebration. I see a lot of networking. I see people people being interested. I think that's why there's so many pieces of paper here. People are really interested in what you're doing. People, see, it's like people are looking at what you're doing, what you're presenting to them. People are very interested in that. And I also see you being more grounded too. I'm seeing you feeling more connected to your purpose on this earth, but also maybe it's just your soul that I'm feeling is more coming down, like being more settled in your body. And not that you're necessarily unsettled now, but it just feels like you're looking for something, or maybe you're not even looking yet, but you're yearning for something and you don't even know what it is yet. Then we have the Seven of Wands. I see that you have a lot of skills that will match very, very well with whatever this is that you decide to pursue, if you decide to pursue it. And I really feel that perhaps what you've been doing now, or something that you learned before, so let's just say that you went to school for something and you're not really using any of that knowledge now. Well, I think that either that or some kind of skill that you learned, or some kind of wisdom or knowledge that you learned along the way, is going to come back in the future. And you're going to really be able to use those skills to build this thing that you want to start. And I think it's going to give you an advantage. I think somehow it's going to help you have an upper hand on competition, or help you get things going in some way or another. We have the Six of Pentacles. I see you being so much more balanced than you are now. Balanced and grounded. I see you being very, very grounded. I see you being happier. I see you being successful. And of course, with this Six of Pentacles in particular, I see you making money. Possibly more money than you are making where you are now. And that could even be the catalyst of maybe you're not making enough money right now, so the lack of money could be the catalyst for you to want to pursue something else. So maybe the universe put you in that position, and then you're wondering, how can I make more money? Or how can I make money doing what I want to do? Even though I don't think you know exactly what that is yet. But I think as you go along on this journey, you may be thinking, oh, can I really do that? Will I make enough money? Can I actually sustain myself doing this? Well, Spirit is saying that yes, you will be able to make money, probably make more money than you're making now. And I see that continuing. I don't think you're going to have to worry about, can I sustain this? I think it is something that will be sustainable. Okay, then we have the King of Wands. You're going to create something. And again, this is something you have passion for. This is something that you're going to want to get out of bed every morning and go to work, because it's not really going to feel like work to you. It's not going to feel like you're putting in the motions just to get through the day. No, this is something that you're going to love doing. This is something that you're going to create. Something, and this could be creation where you're kind of creating your own business or your own company, or even this could even be where you're taking charge. So if you work for an employer, where you're taking charge of a department or starting a new program or something like that. I think if that's the case, and in any case really, when you present your ideas, other people are going to want to listen to you. You have a spark, and you have the drive, you have the knowledge, you have a lot of skills that other people haven't seen yet. You have some kind of idea that is a little bit different than the way it's been done before, is what I see here. Or you have a different way to present it, or there's just something about you that's a little bit different than the way other people do it. And that is going to be another one of your strengths to take you on this journey and be successful. We have the Six of Cups. Is this something from the past, or do you have people from the past who are going to help you in some way? Because there's something here where it's like maybe you had this idea before, maybe you've had this idea for a while, or maybe it's just a feeling. It could be a past life situation where you somehow, once you get that spark of the idea, then this idea almost becomes like a calling where you know, oh, okay, I don't know how or why I remember this, but this brings up a feeling for me of such like joy and bliss, and kind of the feeling I get is home, just feeling like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be. This is what I should have been doing. This is what I was supposed to do my whole life. Okay, and then the King of Pentacles. I mean, you have success all over this. People are going to look up to you. People will respect you. Again, I see you being a very dynamic personality where I think I think you can read people, and I think that you know which personality to bring to the table at what time. So I think sometimes you are very passionate and you're explaining your idea, you're putting your ideas out there, and I think other times you are very straightforward, a very strong business person where you can present your ideas, you can present your spreadsheets, your PowerPoint presentations, just saying that figuratively, it doesn't have to be literally, but whatever it is that you're bringing to the table, people are going to listen to you. And people trust you also. People find you trustworthy, they find you charismatic, they find you to be a very stable person, and they feel that your passion goes beyond today. They see that this is a vision that you have to continue for like the long haul. The Eight of Wands. So with the Eight of Wands, what I'm getting here is that right now, today, it might feel like this idea is far off, or that you can't see it yet. And you might be listening to this saying, well, yeah, but I still don't know what it is. Right, because remember the Void card? It's in how far away this idea is. But then we get to these cards and your ideas are so close you could actually reach out and touch them. So it's a process. It's going to happen, but it is going to take a little bit of time. But with the Eight of Wands, what I feel is that once you get started, once you take those first few steps, it's going to take off. And then you'll be looking back going, oh, do you remember when I just had this idea and now look where I am? And it's going to feel almost like the blink of an eye where you're in it, you're working this, you're doing it, you're successful and very fulfilled too. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're going to feel alive again. You're going to feel fulfilled. You're going to feel successful, but you are going to be successful. And as far as this idea that you have or that you will be developing, Spirit is telling you, yes, you're going to know when you hit that right idea. It's going to feel so right. It's going to make sense. And things are going to open up for you. Things are going to line up for you. You're going to meet the right people at the right time. This idea is protected. It's very, very protected. And I see you have a feminine and a masculine, the King of Wands here. You have a feminine and a masculine aspect, kind of like what I was saying earlier, how you can read a room, you know what to say, when to say, to who, you know, who to say it to. So I really think that you're really gifted in that sense, which, as we're talking about the Seven of Swords, you have skills that other people don't have. And that is going to be so beneficial to this journey that you're going on here. Exactly what I just said, this journey you're going to be going on. And then you have the Chariot card. It's going to feel like night and day. Completely different from here. Let's just set these down for a second and look at this. Look at the contrast of these two cards. Okay, you're going from not knowing if you should even stay in the situation that you're in right now, or if you should look for something different. And then you get to the Chariot card. Look at how vibrant this card is compared to this card. So you're definitely going to be going on a journey. This journey is going to change you. It might be difficult at times, but it's going to be so fulfilling. You're building something, and I even got the idea that you're going to build something and then build something else. It's like you do one thing and then you move on to something else. So I don't know if these are stages of this idea, or if it's almost like, you know, if you're like a corporate trainer somewhere, and I'm not saying this is what you're going to be doing, I'm just trying to give you a visual. And let's say that you help open companies. So you open this company, or you help restructure a company, and then you're done there, and then you move on to the next thing. And then you do the same thing there, and then you move on to the next thing. So that's probably very, very specific for some of you, but that is what I saw within this card. So for all of you, you're going to be successful. You're going to be so glad that you took this journey. It's going to be worth it. Spirit's going to be watching over you. Pay attention for significant people that you might meet along the way, and definitely have patience. Like I said, this is going to start off a little bit slow, but then it's going to take off. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you would like to book a private reading or private Reiki session with me, you'll also find the link for my website in the description box below. And I hope to see you in a future reading. Hello, pile number 2. You have blue Aventurine, and your card is Portal. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, and wild card. What I get with this card is that for some of you, you may have been putting your resume out there into the world. You may have been working on getting a new job for a while, or maybe you just started, but you haven't received any callbacks yet based on your resume. And I see that you're going to start to get some interest. You're going to start to get some callbacks. You're going to start to get some opportunities. And that it's going to be up to you if you accept those opportunities or not. And another thing that I see here is that you may be offered, or something may come up that is different from what you have been doing. You will be able to utilize your skill set with this new opportunity, but it's something different. So let's just say, for instance, there is an opportunity that comes up that somebody says, you know what, you would be great for this position. And this could be your current place of employment, or this could be somewhere else. And you kind of look at it a little bit perplexed, because it's not exactly what you've been doing. It's not exactly what you've trained for, and exactly where you've built your skills in the past. However, someone's going to see your potential. Someone's going to see that your skills would fit perfectly into this position here. And so that's a possibility for some of you, where there's something that might be surprising. There might be a door opening for you that's a little bit unexpected. So just keep that in mind. And let's go ahead and look at your other cards. Spirit, for pile number 2, is it best to look for a new job or stay where they are? Okay, we have cumbersome. Yeah, it seems like it's heavy where you are. It's almost like you've been doing the same thing day in, day out. You go to work, you go home, you go to work, you go home. Kind of like it's not really fulfilling. It's more of kind of like a burden. You might even have a long commute to get to where you're going, or maybe you travel for work and it's just getting really tiring for you. So that actually could be what the difference. Remember I said that there's something different but similar. So maybe if you are traveling and you're getting tired of traveling, or whatever this is that's causing you to feel weighed down with your current position, that's how it could be different, where you're doing the same job, but you're not traveling doing the same job, if that makes sense. Where obviously it's going to be different because you're not going to have the travel, but it's still somehow the same thing. So maybe it's on a smaller scale, or maybe you you're supervising people who are traveling, so maybe it's a promotion. But whatever it is, I see you're going to have an opportunity to have more freedom doing something, and you'll feel a little bit lighter. Okay, then we have irritable. Yeah, whatever this is that you've been doing, it's no longer working for you. It's time to let go. You don't even, I think maybe at one point you enjoyed it, but now it's just making you feel hostile even sometimes, where you're just so irritable that you feel like you just can't do this one more day. It's become too burdensome for you. And so that's probably why you're feeling like, should I change? Should I stay? Should I go? And maybe it's compensation. Maybe you're wondering, if you go to some other place, some other opportunity, will you be making the same amount of money, or can you possibly make more money? We'll see if that comes up here. And we look at your other cards. Let's go ahead and look at your other oracle cards first before we get to your tarot cards. For pile number 2, is it best to look for a new job or stay where they are? Guardianship, the wolf and rose hip and guardianship. So I think you're going to be protected by spirit. I think that when you start looking for something else, I think if you keep your eyes and ears open and listen to any red flags that may come up, I think you'll be protected. So I think that spirit will present either red flags or green flags to you with potential new positions or potential new employers. And if you pay attention to those, you will know, should I go forward with this or not? Because I think you're going to get signs. I think things are going to be quite obvious as long as you're paying attention. And I also think that you're going to be directed to the right place at the right time. So I know that you're very uncomfortable where you are right now, but what I get with this guardianship card is, don't just leap into something because it will get you out of this. Make sure that you look at what kind of flags you're getting. Are they red flags? And if so, keep waiting, even though it's going to be a little bit difficult. Just know that you're being guided in the right direction. What else can you tell us? The turtle and coriander, satisfaction. Yeah, as long as you take your time. You know, the turtle is a slower moving animal. So as long as you take your time, as long as you listen to your intuition, which is important also, the water and the turtle, make sure that you don't dismiss your intuition because you're irritable. Make sure that you don't dismiss your intuition because where you're at right now is burdensome and you just want to get out. So as long as you listen to your intuition, I think you're going to be in a good place to accept an offer or move into something else that's going to be such a better fit for you. It's like the energy, I feel, is going from like, see how heavy these two cards are, and look at how light this card is. So I think you're going from this to this. What else can you tell us, Spirit, for pile number 2? Is it best to look for a new job or stay where they are? The Page of Pentacles. You are absolutely going to have a new opportunity coming your way. Definitely, beyond a doubt. However, you don't have all the information yet. There's some piece of information that you don't have yet. And again, this is going to be a slower process. I don't think this is going to happen overnight. It might. Maybe you've already gone through the slow process and now things are really lining up for you and are going to take shape very, very soon. Just make sure that you do your research. Make sure, because I think you might actually, so let me rephrase what I just said a minute ago. Yes, this might be happening overnight, but don't rush into something just because it's the first thing or the second thing that pops up. So take your time, slow down, and really think about things, evaluate things, look into this position, look into this company. Make sure that you know what you would be getting into. And if that is not the right option for you, know that something's going to be right around the corner and you're not going to have to wait that long. The Ten of Swords. Yeah, exactly. Don't accept an offer just because it's the first one that came in and you're almost desperate to get out of where you are now. And it's not funny. I'm not laughing at that. It's reminding me of some place that I worked at a while ago. I know what it's like, where you literally have got to get out like yesterday. But just keep that in mind, that it's not always going to be like this. You're nearing the end of this journey. You see how the sun's starting to peek through here? So the sun's starting to come through. You're starting to see the picture of your new opportunities. Just take your time. Don't move so quickly. And you will make it through this. You're literally almost at the end of this particular point in your career. The Ace of Wands. Where you're going to be going, you're actually going to have passion for what you're going to be doing. You're going to like it once you actually get rid of where you are and kind of cleanse that energy off of you and dig your feet into where you're going. I think you're going to wonder how you were here so long. But the thing is, with you being so uncomfortable here, if you weren't so uncomfortable here, you might not have taken this new journey. And this new journey is part of your path in life. So Spirit had to make it so uncomfortable for you so that you pretty much could not stay where you were, because it was so desperately uncomfortable. Does that make sense? Where you just had to go. So yeah, you're going to have a new opportunity. It might even be like a light bulb moment with this light shining here. And are these birds or are these butterflies? These are birds here. Something is literally flying into your life. You're going to have a message. You're going to have a call back. You're going to have somebody offer something to you. And if you see this person, they are really examining something. It almost looks like they're looking at their arm, like a handshake. Should I extend my hand? Should I extend my arm to accept this new opportunity or not? And that goes back to looking into something, making sure it's the right opportunity for you. Temperance card. You're going to feel so much more balanced. You're going to feel like a whole new person. And then you're going to wonder how you stayed here so long. How did I do that so long? And you'll realize also how unhappy you were and that you will never go back to that type of situation again. And with the portal card, it's like stepping into a whole new world. You're going to be appreciated where you're going. You're going to be able to go beyond this first phase of where you're going. So you're going to be able to get higher up in the company. You're going to be able to get a promotion at some point. You're going to be able to even leave this job and go on to something else. It's just you're going to keep advancing from where you start with this new opportunity. And again, you have the birds here. You're being divinely guided into such a better situation, into better circumstances. And I really feel that you're going to love it. It's really going to feed your soul. The Knight of Pentacles. You're definitely getting an offer soon. It might not come as quickly as you would wish, especially being right below the turtle card, but it's going to be so worth it. And this is something that, again, is going to take you places that maybe you didn't even know that you were going to go. It's like a slow and steady progression where I see you accepting this offer, if you choose to, moving forward with it and being happy, being comfortable, and not only that, but learning new skills, working really, really hard to master this new position and just really kind of enjoying it. It's going to feel so much better than this here, that you're going to feel content with being where you are for a while. And then I think the only reason why you might want to move from here is because you've gained all those new skills and you've learned all those new things. And then at that point, it's going to be time for you to kind of take that next step into something else to further your career. The Queen of Wands. Spirit is really looking down on this opportunity with a lot of joy, accomplishment. Spirit is saying that this is a great idea to definitely pursue a new job. But also use your discernment. Don't just jump into something because it sounds great, it looks great. Make sure it is great. So make sure you really, really look into it. But I see you developing into somebody that is really a master of wherever you go. It's not this. You couldn't even grow here because this position or this company that you are in, or it could even be maybe you own your own company, or maybe you were in school or something and it was time for you to move on. Okay, so you go from this and then you really like blossom into this person that you are supposed to be. You really shine in this new position and you're going to be rewarded for that. People are going to notice how much you grow in this position, how you take charge, how you possibly even mentor or manage other people. Okay, what else do we have? The King of Pentacles. Other people are definitely going to notice all the hard work that you've put in. And even with this new position that you have, or that you may have, if you choose it, you may have a mentor there, somebody who will help you grow your own skills and help you grow your career, help you grow whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Someone's really going to see the potential that you have, and they're going to be willing to take you under their wing and to help you progress, not only in the company, because I don't think this person would be well, okay, let me rephrase that. If at some point you decide that you want to move on from this person in this company, this person would be upset to see you go, but they admire you so much that they would love to see you grow. So they would want to keep you there, but they're not going to keep you there, and they would still offer mentorship if you do move on to something else. Does that make sense? So I see you really meeting somebody there who will not only be a mentor, but a friend, somebody you can trust, and somebody who will help you grow into the person that you're supposed to be instead of this here. We have the Lover's card. it's like you're going to have an opportunity that comes up that is the perfect match for you. It's the perfect job, the perfect opportunity. You're going to be meeting the perfect people there. Spirit's watching out for you. And there might be something that you have to change a little bit. So there might be a little piece of where you are now that you were hoping to still do in this new position. And this could be what I was saying with this card, that it could be something slightly unexpected. So there might be something that you have to give up, in the sense of, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I really like doing that. And then the other person's like, right, yeah, I know, but you're going to be doing this. And you'll say, oh, well, yeah, I can do that. But in kind of allowing that exchange to happen, you're going to realize that you're learning something completely different that's going to be able to take you places that you couldn't have gone if you would have stayed with just that one thing. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like this unexpected element that I see here is something that you should really listen to, really look into, because that could be the key to this whole thing of you finding the perfect situation, the perfect position for you. And we have the Nine of Wands. So with the Nine of Wands, Spirit wants you to know that you're very close to moving forward. Remember I said to slow and steady? Slow and steady. So with that, slow, but you're close. So you are close, but it might take longer than you would wish it to take. So if it does take longer, again, remember, don't jump into something just because you're miserable where you are right now. And with saying that, you're very, very close. You're almost there. You're almost to that point where you can give your 2 weeks notice and close out one chapter and open a new chapter. And Spirit wants you to know to just keep protecting yourself, or try to protect yourself, try to cleanse your energy when you get home at night. Try to do whatever you can to guardianship, do whatever you can to protect your energy moving forward, so that you're not so drained, you're not so irritable, because you're still in that position there. When we have the Eight of Swords, yeah, you're going to feel stuck for a little bit longer, but what's waiting on the other side of that is this balance. So you're going to be going from, see, you feel stuck, but you're not really stuck. And the reason why you're not really stuck is because you're about to go through this transformation. You're about to step out of this area. You're about to walk through this door if you choose to. Because I think that whatever has been going on in your current position, it's taken you down a little bit. You feel exhausted. You feel like on your days off, you don't even really want to do anything because you're just tired. You're not exactly happy, and that's going to change. That is definitely going to change. So Spirit wants you to know to just hold on a little bit longer and know that when you're ready, you can step out of this environment and open that new door. The Ten of Cups. And this is the door that you're going to be walking into. You're going to be so much happier. And now with the Ten of Cups and the Lovers card, I wonder, so there's two things. So you could be meeting somebody on this new journey that you're going to be taking if you choose, or your current relationship has been suffering because, remember I said on your days off, you just feel so miserable that you don't even want to do anything. So if it is that you're in a current relationship, I see you healing that relationship. I see you finding more balance within yourself and that carrying over into your relationship. And then on the other side of this, like I said, you could be meeting somebody at this new job or in this new position that you have. Or it could even be where on your days off, you don't have any energy to do anything, but you would like to have a partner in your life, but you have no energy to go out and meet somebody. So it could be that you leave this job, you get into this new job, and you're feeling so much better that you can start to put yourself out there, and then you will meet the person that you've wanted to have in your life. And if this has absolutely nothing to do with romance, then what I see here is that this is your job. This is your new opportunity. You're going to fall in love with this new opportunity. You're absolutely going to love it. You're going to feel fulfilled. You're going to have financial resources. You know, you're not going to have an issue with money. You're going to be able to do like your money's going to be at least what it is now, and I see it actually increasing. So just keep that in mind with that card. This one could definitely mean a few different things, but there are different people watching, so I want to kind of cover all the bases. And then the Six of Swords, you're definitely going to be moving away from the situation that you've been in. You're going to leave this feeling of being trapped, and you're going to move away from it. You know it's time. It's been time for a while. You learned everything you could learn from this current position, and it's time to go. And I think that as long as you pay attention to every little detail of the possibilities that open up for you, and listen to your intuition, you're going to make the right decision. And you're never going to look back. You're going to be so far away from the situation, and you're going to be so happy. I see so much happiness with this Ten of Cups here. So that is your reading for today. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you would like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session with me, you will also find the link for my website in the description box below. And I hope to see you in a future reading. Hello, pile number 3. You have the Moonstone, and your card is lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. I feel like you've been somewhere where you're not appreciated, or somewhere where you're feeling kind of suffocated, and it's time for you to go. I think that you've seen the warning signs, you've seen the red flags, you've had enough, and you're ready to walk out and go into something new. And I feel like this might even extend beyond your current job or your career, going into more aspects of your life as well. And obviously that would be a different reading, but I'm just pointing out that I feel that you might be having like an overhaul of your whole life. Like you want to make changes all around you. Like things just aren't working for you anymore the way that they've been. And so I feel that you are already starting the process of moving forward. You've already, if you see here, these are like curtains. You've already opened those curtains, and you're just about to step forward. And you're going to something new, because you're definitely not, you're not feeling it where you are right now, that's for sure. Okay, so let's ask, is it best to look for a new job or stay where pile number 3 is? Goddess of the West. And with Goddess of the West, you know that it's time for you to move on. Like we were just saying, you know, you've been listening to your intuition. You know that it's time to go. And I think that you're going to be flexible. I think that you're kind of open to what the universe has to offer. I feel like you don't necessarily have a plan in place right now. You just know that you're not where you're supposed to be. Things aren't aligned anymore if they ever were. So meaning that perhaps when you first went into this position or this job, things were great and then all of a sudden they weren't. So kind of like they were good until they weren't. And I see you not being afraid to walk away from the situation. Look at both of these cards. Both of these cards are like, you're like, bye, I'm done. End of discussion, I'm done. And that's great. Moving forward, you have a lot of determined energy to change your situation instead of staying in a situation that's no longer meant for you. Okay, we have inspiration and creativity. Yeah, this is a water card here with, like, there's dolphins here. So you're wanting to do something that will allow you to breathe, allow you to feel alive again, so that you can really express yourself. You can, what I'm getting almost is like you were in a job, you were doing something, maybe because it was just a job, it was just for the money, it was just to get by. And now maybe even you were in school and you had just, kind of a side job or something, and now you're ready to really pursue your passion. Or maybe you did have a job just for the money and you're deciding that money might not be the most important thing. The most important thing for you at this point might be feeding your soul, doing something creative, pursuing something that really makes you happy and kind of bringing something to life. Because I feel like your creativity was really stifled wherever you were, and that's kind of the main thing that you want to change moving forward. Let's see what your other oracle cards have to say. What else can you tell us for pile number 3? Okay, that one wants to come out. Let's see. The quail and gooseberry, anticipation. Yeah, you're ready. Remember we talked about with this card, you've already opened the window, opened the door, opened the curtains. You're already turning away from this current situation and moving forward. I think you're so ready to start something new that you might have already kind of started this thing. Like if we look here, this person has already started painting on this canvas. So you're already putting your ideas on paper. You're already anticipating these changes. You're already ready for them. So have you already taken that step? Or do you have one step left to go before you actually take that leap of faith? The owl and hop and wisdom. Well, first of all, what I get with this card is that you really listen to your intuition. Like with the darkness on this card, you can see at night, right? With the owl, you can see at night. You go, it's almost like you're guided where you're supposed to go, and you're listening to that. And the more you listen to that, I feel the more your intuition, the more your creativity is enhanced. It's almost like they work hand in hand. Your intuition and your creativity both increase when you work on one and the other. So your intuition increases when you're creative, and your creativity increases when you listen to your intuition, when you follow your heart, when you follow your instincts, when you take a leap of faith, when you feel that it's the right time to take that leap of faith. Okay, let's look at your tarot cards. What can you tell us for pile number 3? The High Priestess, again, talking about your intuition. You're very, very intuitive. And I think that you don't have all the information yet, but I think that you're the type of person that will figure it out along the way. You're the person that will speak your truth into the world, but also manifest things. I think you talk about what you want. You literally speak it into being. And really, moving forward, opening these doors, opening your own path, paving your own path forward, knowing that it's all gonna work out. No, I think you're very, very, very intuitive and very in touch with knowing when it's time to move on and knowing when it's time to stay. And I think you understand that it's definitely time for you to move on from here. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. And see all this deep blue and the blue in the dress here? That you're speaking into being what you want to see in your life. You have this idea. I think you're very creative. So are you doing something in the arts? So that could be, you know, literally painting something, artwork. This could be music, acting. What else is creative? Writing, design. This could even be design. If you're a designer, that could be homes, fashion, even software. This could be anything. But this spark that you have is going to take you a lot of places. It's going to, because not only do you have the spark, but you have the intuition to carry that spark forward. Kind of like what I was saying with this card here. That you know that when you get this almost like an inner calling to either make a change or make a move or pursue something, you know intuitively, okay, this is that feeling that I always get. So yes, it's time to go. It's time to move forward with this idea. The Lover's card. You want something that will make you feel fulfilled, something that will bring more into your life than what you've had before. And what you're about to pursue, or what you have started to pursue, you're going to be rewarded for that. You're going to be, the universe is going to reward you for pursuing your passion, for creating something from this idea that you had. And so on top of that, I think that your spirit guides are really watching out for you. And I think that they're communicating with you. I think they're going to bring people into your life who will somehow or another help you know that you're on the right path. I don't, that's really all I'm seeing with that. I don't know any more details. I think that maybe that's all you're supposed to know with that. But things lining up. Even meeting people by accident, or literally running into somebody at the same time, overhearing a conversation, something like that is happening with this Lover's card here. Judgment. You're going to be walking into this new situation, and it's literally what I see here is you creating the entire world that you want. You not accepting less than what you deserve. You having an idea, you manifesting it, you taking any and all opportunities that are positive. So not all opportunities, but positive opportunities, taking all of those positive opportunities and growing those opportunities into something that will have lasting effects, lasting vibrations, kind of carrying you into this new project or new situation that you're working on. There's like so much energy going on here and so many thoughts. It's like quick thoughts, quick actions, and really letting go. If you ever had any inhibitions or any fear of, not necessarily fear, but lack of interest in kind of speaking your truth to other people or sharing your vision with other people, I think that's going away. And I think that's part of the reason why I see so much blue here, is you're going to be able to communicate with other people. So with this card, like if you're selling artwork or something, I see you being able to sell, literally being a good salesperson, being able to get sales, being able to get yourself in an art gallery. The Nine of Wands. So with the Nine of Wands, I don't think it's going to necessarily be easy all the time, but I think that you have the strength and the fortitude to get through anything, to bring your vision to life. And in the past, maybe you came upon obstacles, but Spirit wants you to know that you're almost there, and all of your ideas are going to work for you. All of your ideas create this spark, which then creates another spark, which gives you all of these ideas, all of these things that you've already accomplished. And you have just a few more steps. And I think Spirit just wants you to know that if you come upon any difficulties along your journey, that most likely that doesn't mean, oh no, I took the wrong path. No, that means that you're going to be rewarded for your fortitude, for not giving up. Then we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, so this, I believe this goes back to what I just said. When you come upon things that for one reason or another do not work, or maybe because there's so much blue here. I see you talking to people. I see you trying to get people to understand your vision, your idea, and some people aren't going to be receptive to that. You might come upon a roadblock with certain people, but Spirit wants you to know that you're being protected from something. You're being protected from a situation that would not be for your highest good. And so if you do come upon a roadblock, just know that it's not going to last. This is something temporary, because there's something else on the other side of this, which is meant for you. So this is also where your intuition is going to come in, because I think you're highly, highly, highly intuitive and highly creative. So with those two combined, not only are you creative in the art sense, but you're also creative in how to get around situations, how to solve problems. And again, remember the art sense, this can be anything creative. Even something that I didn't mention earlier, because there's a lot of things that I probably did. This could even be, hairdresser, just literally anything creative. So if one door closes, just know that there's another one that's going to be opening up for you, and that you're not far from it either. Okay, we have the Justice card. Yeah, things are going to balance out, and things are going to be so much better aligned. You're going to be putting the last pieces to the puzzle together. Does that make sense? It's like you're going to find the missing piece. The thing that's going to connect two ideas together and keep them balanced. Because remember what I said here with the High Priestess, there's something that you don't know yet. There's something that you haven't seen yet. There is something that's coming to you. This extra little piece that you have here, you're going to get that. And that's going to kind of complete this whole picture. Because I see that you're very confident, you're very strong, and you know that you're moving forward. But there is a piece of it that you don't have yet, and that could be why you're here watching this reading. And so Spirit wants you to know that it's almost going to just click together, and you're going to say, that's it. That makes sense. That's what I need right there. And it's going to happen for you. And this could also be relating back to this piece that doesn't work, but you're going to find something that's so much better. The Eight of Swords. You've really felt like you were stuck in the past. You felt like you didn't know how to move forward with this great idea that you have. And what I get with this card goes back to the High Priestess of using your intuition. Maybe even meditating. The way this person has their hands out makes me think of like meditating. Getting grounded. So anytime you may feel stuck or you feel like things aren't going to work out for you, getting grounded and using your intuition and your inspiration and your creativity all wrapped up in one to figure out how to move forward, how to progress on your journey here. And remember, you have a lot of wisdom too. So I don't see you having any problem actually finishing this idea, moving forward with this idea. Again, look at how much blue you have in this reading. I think you may not know it, but you have a great ability of communication, of speaking to others. So don't hold back if you have the opportunity to present your ideas to other people, because other people will be really receptive to what you have to say. Even if you think that you're not, that speaking to others is not your strong suit, people will like you and they like what you're doing. Therefore, people are going to listen to you. Eight of Wands. I think things are going to happen possibly when you least expect it. You're going to have an opportunity that pops up for you. It's going to be the perfect opportunity. So again, I see you on the verge of stepping into this new situation, this new chance that you're taking. And I see you being very strong and very confident. But at times I see something happening where you might not be so sure. But Spirit wants you to know that you're closer than you think. And this perfect thing is going to happen. It's going to happen in a way where, remember I said you're going to bump into somebody or someone's going to say something. That's what this is. It's going to be almost overnight where things change for you. The Princess of Swords. So this is the Page of Swords. Again, this takes us back to communication. This takes us back to communicating with others, showing other people what your ideas are, listening to other people who may have opportunities for you. And not, for some reason, I'm feeling like you feel like you may not be the best at talking to other people. But what I'm seeing here is that you do have that skill. So I'm not sure why you feel that way. Maybe you are more of an introvert and would rather spend your time being creative than spending your time talking to other people. But Spirit wants you to know that, once you get going, once you start feeling this energy and feeling more confident in that particular area, that your confidence is going to build. And that you will start, even though it may surprise you, you will start to feel more comfortable talking to other people. And then we have the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. You're going to be presented with an offer, and you're going to move forward with an offer that is very much in line with what you've been looking for. And I feel that you're going to be putting in a lot of effort to get to this point. I think you've already done a lot of that, but there's going to be this one last push to get you to this point. And it's with this light back here, reminds me of the sun. It's going to be something that is going to make you feel so happy, something that is going to be the foundation for something for you to move forward, something that is going to almost be a stepping stone for you to go from point A to point B. And it's a great opportunity. The thing is that you may want it yesterday. So you just want to be patient. And also remember, do your research, because this opportunity is coming in fairly quickly, but you may have others coming in before this that just aren't meant for you. So just be aware of that going forward. make sure that you look into every detail of everything going forward. And then we have the Hermit card. Well, I think the Hermit card goes back to the Page of Pentacles here. Taking your time, even though you're already stepping out of the, okay, I think this means two things here. So taking your time, even though you're already stepping out, you're already opening the curtains, you're already walking forward. So taking your time with each thing that's presented to you. And the other thing that I think this means is that you're coming out of this preparation phase. You've done the preparation, you've done the research, you've done the hard work, you've done like the back end of things. And now it's time to step out into the world. See, we have the Judgment card here. We have the Nine of Wands. You're one step away from this new beginning. And I feel that once you 100% fully break away from something, once you extract yourself from that situation, things are going to line up so quickly. Look at how quickly these opportunities come in once you go from the Eight of Swords to the Eight of Wands. And then you have these opportunities here. And then it's like a chance for you to move into this new opportunity. And also another thing that just came to my mind when we were looking at the Hermit card here is these two cards, where this person is facing forward and this person's looking back a little bit. So going forward and then having one foot in, one foot out, but stepping out. And then here we have the Hermit card moving forward toward this new opportunity. So going forward with confidence. Now, and the thing is, that's really almost contradictory, is that you have confidence. You're very confident in what you can do. So I think that maybe the thing that you're not confident about is like we said here with talking to other people, which again is kind of contradictory because you do have that skill. I can see it here. So moving forward, having confidence in your speaking abilities and knowing that you have the ability to not only create whatever your art is, but you can create the life that you want. You can create the job you want. You can create the perfect situation for yourself, as long as you believe in yourself and your abilities that go beyond just your super talents. I hope that makes sense. And if this reading resonated with you, please like and subscribe. And if you would ever like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session with me, you will also find the link for my website in the description box below. And I hope to see you in a future reading.